Welcome to our talk show. Before we begin, we would like to make a disclaimer that everything mentioned in this show comes from personal experiences and opinions. We may refer to biblical references and teachings from the man of God, Prophet Philip Banda, but these are also subject to personal interpretation. Our goal is to share our perspectives and experiences, and we encourage our viewers to seek guidance and counsel from trusted sources before making any significant decisions in their lives. Furthermore, the views expressed in this show may not represent the views of Impact for Christ Ministries. We acknowledge that everyone has their own unique journey and circumstances, and what may have worked for us may not necessarily apply to others.
Hi everyone, welcome back to today's talk show. My name is Ruben and I'm here with Gabriel today. Hi Gabriel, how are you?
I'm not happy with you, just so you know. Whatever you said yesterday about me, I didn't like it. And now I'm here to tell you that, yeah, your mistakes.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I didn't understand what I said.
Wait, what did I say yesterday?
So when you read my comment, you're like,
Oh.
But anyways, they can watch it. So just watch yesterday's show and you'll see what this guy said about me. It was not nice at all. I remember I even switched off everything. I didn't comment afterwards because I was very upset with him.
So basically what we were talking about yesterday is easy to say yes, difficult to come out. So if you want to watch that, you can it's right there. I don't know what you do.
I think it's down. Just do that to your phone.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
The next thing should be right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. But anyways, going into what we're talking about today,
Freedom away from our parents.
yeah, are you free?
Anyways, so before we get into that, can you have our panelist? Did I say panelist?
Panelist.
You see, get it because panel. Okay, it's fine.
I don't get it.
Can our panelists please introduce themselves?
Hi, my name is Nomonde.
Hi, no Monday.
And hi, my name is Namtrebo.
Hi, Nomcebo.
You sound stupid, but okay. So, with I mean, what do you know? Well, anyways, so today's topic is freedom away from parents, right? So, most of us, just as we're growing up, the first thing that we want is that life where we're just having our own house, our own everything. We don't have to answer to these people always shouting. I remember one of the kids that we had recently. Why do you always have to tell me to go bath?
Yeah.
Why? So
Yeah.
most of us are looking forward to that time when we don't have to be answering to such people. And that's what we want to dive in. If it's really worth it, or is it something that you might get bored with along?
So, according to you guys, what is freedom? Or what is freedom away from parents?
Yeah,
I think freedom is.
Hey,
sorry
bro,
for
that's a
putting you
bit
on the
deep.
spot
Bro.
like
That's
that.
deep. That's just deep.
Okay, what do you think freedom away from parents is to you?
Well, I think it's a brilliant topic, by the way,
Okay.
because I think that what freedom is to a child or a young adult wanting to move out of home, their idea of what it's going to be like to be out of home is often very different from the reality.
Yeah.
So there's like a fantasy, you know, I'm gonna do this, I'm not gonna bath, or I'm gonna like party
Ruben, are you
every
listening?
day. I'm gonna. But actually, the reality of it is something that's totally different from that.
She has said it all.
Of course, look at you being
Yeah,
smart.
no, but she has.
Okay,
Freedom
say
is-
the same thing. Say what you said.
In your words, it'll be different.
Gabby, go bath. I'm joking, but like, yeah, freedom can also be an illusion depending on how you look at it and the reasons as to why you're actually pursuing this freedom. Why do you want to move out of home? Why do you want to be this free individual? And are your reasons also realistic in a way? Because if you're tired of people telling you to bath, you're tired of people telling you to make your bed, and that's your reason for seeking and pursuing freedom, then reality will kick in later on.
No, but I'm still thinking, like, this freedom that everyone wants away from the parents. Like, okay, what exactly is freedom? Now I'm asking, what is freedom? Not freedom away from parents. Freedom. What is freedom? And you look like you have an answer.
No, I look like I'm thinking of an answer and I do not have an answer.
What is freedom?
I think that idea that freedom is an illusion is actually like quite accurate, because it's actually a clear sense of boundaries that makes us the most free. But we imagine that without all of the boundaries we'll be free. But actually it's knowing how far to go before you hit danger, and being very confident on what that line is, and knowing that, you know, knowing that what is beyond it is something you don't actually want. That's freedom, because then you're happy to not go over the line. You're not dreaming about going over a line and then getting hurt when you do. I don't know. That makes sense.
Yeah, okay, I do agree with you. And personally, I think I would say that freedom is when you like not having to answer to a certain thing. It could be parents, it could be an officer of the law. That means like in prison. It could be like, so long you don't have to be bound by a certain thing, then I think that might be freedom. Ruben looks like he's thinking.
No, I'm taking in what you guys have said, and I'm not satisfied. But okay, we'll let it slide.
But then, like,
Okay.
if we take the law example, then is freedom the ability to break the law and not get caught? Is that person then free because they weren't stopped by the law? Or
You see, that's what I was thinking about. That's why I wasn't really
Oh,
satisfied
nice.
with the responses.
Then
that I
why
got.
did you not ask it, Ruben?
Because I didn't have a better way to word it. That's
Okay,
why
now
she's
that's-
here. No, Monde, thank you so much for helping me word my thoughts. Thank you. So that's the question. What is your question again? If you're not
is freedom ultimately not being caught doing wrong?
I think also you as a human being, your conscience will be speaking to you. So there's no way you can be free from that.
so you can't be free from your conscience.
No, bro. I feel like your conscience will always tell you the truth. Like, if you messed up, your conscience will tell you. And if you try to also deceive yourself, bruh, I don't know how it gets you that.
But then freedom is an illusion.
Freedom is
That's
an illusion.
exactly,
Yeah, actually,
yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Freedom is an
No,
illusion.
definitely, I do.
Yeah, freedom is an illusion. Wow. So, basically, what most people are fighting for, the freedom away from parents, that's an illusion. They're fighting for something that's not there.
Fighting to be away from your parents.
Well, not necessarily fighting. That's for lack of a better word. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but like seeking freedom away from parents. Let's look at what's driving that as well. And sure, we all want to be our own people at some point, but yeah, you can be that person, but if you want to be away from parents because you want to be this wild animal out there and all of those, sure, the motives behind it is not innocent. And if that's the perception that one may have of freedom, it will later catch up with them, and they will have to pay for what they deemed as freedom in that moment.
Okay, so, well, the fact that you said wild animal, I did hear that, by the way. She's calling people wild animals, but anyways, you're
Well,
not there.
human.
So, for an example, right, with me, I might be looking forward to that freedom because I want to be independent. I want to, like, be able to live by myself and, make things mid and, be independent, basically. So, it's not always about the wrong reasons, because I feel like that's what some of you might have mentioned, to say it might be because of wrong reasons, but what if it's for me to, like, improve myself and not use my parents as a crutch whenever, like, life happens?
But also for some people, I think most people, them wanting to move away from their parents is because their parents are probably being like, sometimes your parents can be too much. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like they're probably like, yeah, man. Yeah. But you also spoke about independence. I want to ask, what does independence mean?
Yeah, I think just to start with something you said earlier, like, I think as soon as you are, like, desperate or fighting to come out of your house, that it's evidence to me that you're not ready. Because, like, when it's really about being independent, it's like a natural progression. Even your parents can see that, okay, this person is ready to pay their own bills or have their own job. Like, you won't have to fight because everyone around you will see it's time. But as soon as you find yourself lying, as soon as you find yourself conniving, then probably, and I'll just, there are probably things that you want to do that you don't want them to know about.
Yeah.
And I think that when you
Like what?
are, I think that's your, why don't you offer some examples?
Yeah.
No,
Because
no,
you
no,
were
no.
saying they were,
Clearly-
yeah.
No,
Clearly, you've got something, Ruben. Nice one.
I'm
nice
just
one.
talking from like,
No,
I'm trying to
give
put
example,
everyone's
Ruben.
perspective.
Ruben,
No,
give
I was
example.
asking you, like, you want to do things that you don't want them to know about, right?
Yeah.
Let's
Like what?
let's say your curfew is midnight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then most of the time you respect the curfew and you come home at midnight when, like, the party was amazing.
I
Then
call
you
it
come home
midnight.
at 2.
Who has a curfew that's midnight?
Midnight.
Is that
no.
is that late?
Nah, midnight. That's like too late, bruh.
But
Just
I'm
sleep wherever you are.
But
Yeah, no,
but
no.
I'm okay. But
Yeah.
let's just use an example,
Yeah.
right? So, what you don't know, right, about that curfew, is that everything that happened between midnight and 5, when you wanted to be there, would have destroyed you. But because your parents have put that, you will never know what lies beyond that until you break it, and then
Yeah.
you can't unknow what you know. So even if you stop, you still know, and you can't take it out.
And same as what we were saying yesterday, because you said yes to that, like, after midnight thing. It's not difficult for you to come out of it because you know how it was, how it
yeah.
felt.
I hear you.
It becomes just a part of you.
Yeah.
And also, I think that's where some of us rebellious kids, not that I am, some of us rebellious kids come in because we just, like, twisted something just a bit and then we went way too far. Then now it's difficult for us to come back. And okay, I can actually relate because I know I wanted to speak for those who want to be independent, and I tried it. It didn't end well for me. I ended up, like, eating, say, 1 meal a day.
1 million.
So I really did get what you mean. Your parents should know, like, say, okay, now my child is able to, like, just go out there and because also you cannot just want to go out of your mother's
Yeah.
house and you've got no plan.
Yeah.
Like, God will take care of me. Yeah, it's good. It's good. God will take care of you, but also have a plan.
But that is a good point that you mentioned, that if you are seeking and fighting to move away from your parents' house, clearly you're not
Yeah,
ready.
it's a sign.
Yeah, that was a very good point. What are some of the pros? We're talking about independence now, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of the pros and cons of independence?
Okay, let's start with pros.
Yeah, let's start with pros.
You grow as an individual,
The-
and
Mhm.
you grow in maturity when you start being there. And instead of always having someone who's always there to, like, baby you, you then learn to make decisions as well. So I think it's all, if done correctly, it is an opportunity to grow. And the cons, financially, you need to be,
You need
lots
to
of
be.
things to cut out now.
You're
because
speaking in parable. What are you saying?
It's because, like, it's different when you like staying at home, because when you're staying at home you can do whatever
Yeah,
you
no
want
worries
to
about
do.
anything.
But now when you're like on your own and you want to be this independent person, and now you have to start considering budgets, you know, things that are not
Imagine
nice.
Ruben budgeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, bruh. I'm here. I'm innocent. I'm just chilling.
No,
Then
I
you
know.
decide to attack
I'm
me.
not happy about what you said yesterday, bro. I'm still tired.
But
But, please
what-
don't continue, bro. I'm still tired.
Please continue.
That's all I have to say.
No, but wait, let's get it. What do you mean? You
Ruben.
imagine Ruben budgeting. What do you mean?
The fact that they're laughing.
It's fine.
No, man. As in, we should be ready. Like, you do not just go out of your mother's house or your parents' house. You should prepare for it. It's not a thing of like, I will survive outside my mother's. I'll survive outside my parents' home. Yeah. It's not just that to say, okay, everyone else in the world is surviving. Let me join them.
Yeah.
They prepared for that,
Mm.
but you not. That's basically
Oh.
what I was saying.
That's a bit. Not everyone prepared to be alone, but I get your point.
Of course, if you didn't prepare to be alone and circumstances cause you to be alone, then that's a bit different. Whereas when you have a choice to actually then be like, okay, let me suffer by myself. Why would you make that choice? Like, so it's different if everything makes you suffer. Then you cannot talk there. Like, it's not your choice. But if it's your choice, bruh, come on.
I hear you.
Of course. I'm hearing these days.
I also think, like, just so that I don't like sound like moving out is always terrible. On the upside, I mean, you also really see what you like, you know, like even the groceries you buy. Like when you grow up, you're just used to certain things being there and not being there. But when you actually have to choose, you actually see for the first
you realize
time,
how
like,
important an
I
onion
enjoy
is.
this, I prioritize that. You know, actually, even like, and for the better and for the worse. Like sometimes you see that in the good, you were cleaning because you were being forced, or you were having quiet time because you were being forced.
Yeah,
but
now
those
look
things,
at your house.
Yeah.
Look at your house. Because at home you're cleaning because you're forced, but now you're outside. Look at your house.
Okay.
How is your house now that you are? No, like it's an example. Because for those who are living by themselves now without like really preparing, because remember these things were taught from home.
Yes.
But now if we're outside and we didn't prepare, like our houses will be a mess.
Yo, my God.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, you're just saying. And
I'm
you
just
are hurt.
saying.
You are very much hurt.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. So yeah, and also I think our parents also play a huge role.
Yeah.
I think that's also where it comes in to say you do not force certain things on your kids. Instead, you teach them.
Yeah.
Because if you're teaching a kid, say, you clean up after yourself, not like say you come back from work, you find the house dirty. Why did you not clean the house? It's all and then you start speaking in tongues and everything.
Yeah.
When this child leaves this place, they didn't learn anything.
Exactly.
They didn't learn anything. Once they leave your house, because they're looking forward to it now, because of how you're always shouting. Once they leave their house will always be a mess. And Rupen, what can you say about that?
About your house being a mess.
Yes, about your house being a mess.
I say you are right, because you know the parents play a vital role in preparing you to be independent. And as you said, you don't force it on the child, but like you teach them.
Or you taught.
Yeah, bro.
No, I'm just asking.
Yes, I was.
That's good, but I'm happy for you. No, man, I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Were you taught?
Ooh, bruh.
The other time I was at your place, hey, but it's okay.
Anyways, Ruben, you're off.
You are off.
We're both
I
off.
think the Monday was still talking. Wait, you say something?
fine.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Do you have anything else to say?
Okay, so pros of wanting to be out of your mother's house
And independent. Pros of
and
independence,
independence,
yeah.
yes, or pros of independence rather. I think you get to appreciate your parents even more Because sometimes you may not be able to like appreciate the little things that they were doing for you. Because according to you, it looks like, okay, I know this. In fact, for an example, buying bread, there was always bread in that bread bin.
Bro,
But
now
now
bread
you
is
buy yourself.
expensive. Bro, all of a sudden, when we were adults, bro, when you were a kid, bread was 12 rand.
Six,
Now-
there's a point of 6 rand.
Exactly. Now, all of a sudden, it's 21 rand.
Because you've
22
grown
rand,
up.
Because you've grown. Like, why?
Dude.
No, bro.
But I know that's when you now start appreciating your parents because they managed to keep that bread bin always full, like
Yeah.
all the time. And when it comes to food, they are cooking because to you just want good food, and you get that good food. But you don't know there's onion to be also bought. There's soup. when you're buying, you just want rice, meal, and cooking oil. That's it. But you don't know there's more to it. And bro, these things are expensive, man.
Ah, man, it comes from your heart.
Bro, these
No,
things
bruh,
are
they are
expensive.
bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I respect parents. Parents who manage to keep the house like that. I know. I respect them. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
I feel like there's more pros and cons that we can talk about
Yeah,
of
definitely.
being independent. Yeah, one con obviously is the cost of living.
Bruh.
Hey, yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
It's bad
It's
now.
stealing.
Yeah, all of a sudden when we're growing up, now things are expensive.
Yo,
Why?
everything is expensive.
Bro.
Everything. Yo.
And you know, for me, bro, I'd rather deal with stress from finding it hard to understand social science and economic knowledge and science than finding it hard to adult. Yo, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then there's someone out there like me who wants to be very independent. Look, it's very good. We're not saying do not be independent, but do not just jump into it.
Yeah, don't rush. Pole.
Just because things are not good at home and then you like, let me run away.
Yeah.
Look at your options, weigh everything, and then make that decision.
Don't stab yourself in the foot.
Don't what?
Stab yourself in the foot. Don't stab yourself. We're about to go on a break. So also you viewers, don't stab yourself at home. And stay tuned. Do you have anything you
Why would someone stab?
No, but it's not literal, bro.
Okay,
Like,
no, it's fine. Let's
you know,
let's go for a
when
break.
you're
We'll talk
rushing-
about it because I want to.
before we go on a break, when you're rushing to go out of your parents' house and you're not prepared, you're stabbing yourself
On the foot.
on the foot.
All the way down
Because
there.
when you're running, you stab yourself on the foot. You can't run anymore. Bruv, get the analogy. Oh my days. Anyways, guys, please stay tuned for the break. And after the break, we have more to discuss. So just stay tuned. Thank you.
Knowing God, fearing God, being led by God, entering your God-given destiny, you should know what not to do in the world of sex. Anyone who practices sex before marriage, you will not know your God-given partner. Be the best of yourself. That means you be free to start. You cannot study to fail. But if I say be number one, I'm stressing you. A lot of family members, uncle, whatever, be doctor, be nurse, be pilot, be what. But this child is creative. It has got nothing to do with all those things. This child is musical. So leave him. Now you might look as if she's doing nothing or is doing nothing. But this child is musical. His full potential will manifest 10, 15 years from now. But our parents, they want instant fame. They want to boast on their children. My daughter is doing medicine. Now the child who's doing musical, that feels as if he's lost. You are not lost. Hello, I'm here to tell you, you are not lost. The child who is doing sports, for example, he's not lost. He knows what he's doing. Do something that comes naturally to you.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Thank you so much for watching. We are basically talking about freedom away from parents. We're talking about the pros and cons of independence before the break. We mentioned a few. We're still going to mention more, but I want to find out from you guys and also from you in the comments. What pushes you to want to leave your mother's house, your parents' house? What pushes you, and what pushed you, or what is pushing you? I don't know. What pushed you? What is pushing you? What pushed you to want to move out of your mother's house? What are some of the contributing factors that make you want to seek independence?
Well, I can start. I definitely left before I was ready, which is, it's so obvious when I look back. But at the time, I just think that, like, we just have a tendency to think that we're a lot older than we are.
A lot of times we what?
Yeah.
True.
We think we're a lot older than we are.
Yeah.
Like, I moved out because I intentionally went to a university that was in another province just so that I could move out, so that staying at home wouldn't be an option. And when I look back, when I look at 18-year-olds now, because that's how old I was, I look at them and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's how old I was, So I was pushed, I think, and my parents, they didn't mind me going out. They didn't mind, like, they were not strict, so I wasn't breaking out of a strict situation. But what can I say? I just wanted more, So, yeah.
When I was younger, in high school as well,
So you're
I
old now.
wanted...
Wait, when you say when I was younger, so
I'm still young, but
back
I'm
in the
still
day.
younger.
Oh, okay.
Younger.
Okay.
She's an English teacher. Can
Oh, yeah, my
English.
bad.
So when I was younger,
Yeah.
I also wanted that independence and the thrill of being alone. I had fantasies of how being out of that comfort space, being out of the supervision from home would be. And I went to a university that wasn't really far from home. Like, my mom was there when I was moving and everything. And yeah, I also wasn't ready. I was not, because when it came to food, I went home. I went home and I went to rest to sleep. And yeah, for I think 3 months. And my mom came and she got me groceries and she got me all the instant stuff. Your noodles and because it was not what I thought,
Yeah.
When I thought about moving out, I thought about the freedom, but I never thought about the reality of things. It was just, that means I'm just gonna spend more time with my friends. I won't have to be home by 8. That means I get to spend longer hours outside. I thought I was gonna party.
But there was no time.
It wasn't. I had all the time, but
Really?
yeah, like, I really did.
You chose not to party.
Sadly,
Sadly? What do you mean by
Sadly, no.
sadly?
because
Because clearly you're happy right now.
no, like, when I think about it, right? I
Yeah.
think about, I don't know, like, I don't know how to party. Not that it's a bad thing, but I'm just thinking, like,
It's really not a bad thing.
yeah, but
Talking
when I
from
think about all of
experience,
these
by the
things,
way.
and I'm just like, I could have experienced all of that. Like, I had the freedom to, and I don't think people at home would have minded, but it was just like, whenever the opportunity came, I was very quick to say no, like, thank you, I'm good. But I'm just now like, okay, cool. Okay.
No, it didn't miss out a lot, trust me.
Yeah.
Not that I know, but you
Yeah, I
didn't.
know.
Yeah, but it was
I also know.
it was all the fantasies that I had. I thought it was just gonna be that freedom to just go out, go wild, But
I think that's actually, it's something that you see when you move out, like, whether you were living the way you were because of what you weren't allowed to do,
Yeah.
or whether it was because of what you wanted. Because for you, clearly, it just wasn't in you.
Yeah. Because you're given the opportunity to do, like, everything that you've been thinking you would do, but now that the opportunity is there and you didn't, like, have the energy to do it. Like, that's just who you are. You might just be trying to, like, fight to be someone else because that's what everyone else is doing. But what I've noticed is that most of us would not take pleasure in what other people may take pleasure in.
Yeah.
For an example, if Ruben was to smoke weed right now, he wouldn't enjoy it.
Who told you?
Okay, it was a bold move, but I was basically trying to talk about myself. But yeah,
And I think like everything that was like small when you were alone becomes, when you were with your parents, becomes like big when you're alone. So like, let's say if you smoked one cigarette alone with your parents, sorry, when you're alone, you'll have the whole box. If you smoked one joint, like when everyone was asleep in the middle of the night, or you watched pornography in the middle of the night and everyone was asleep, when you're alone, those things become big. So, and I actually think that like, without fully realizing it, when you're pushing and forcing to want to go out, you're actually looking for more space to do the things you don't want anyone to see, you know?
Yes.
And your parents are like a mirror in a way, because there's, you know, you just want them to be proud of you. So there's certain things, there's a way that they see you that you want to preserve, and it annoys you because you know, you want to like break out. So it's
You know
like you
this
have
is
these
not-
two things fighting in you, and you know, you're kind of pushing to have that other experience. And I actually think that you're very fortunate when your pushing doesn't prevail, when you're actually like restrained for long enough to actually be more sober minded, and then, you know, make a proper choice.
and I like how you guys, like, you mentioned very valid points. You mentioned how, say, we think that we are older than we really are. I think that was one of the main reasons that got me to like want to leave my parents out, like straight up, because I'm one of those who went out like immediately after matric.
Yeah.
So my reason was that in my mind, okay, I think also I blame my mom. Look, no, because that lady, she made it look so easy, bruh. She made it look like life was easy, and that was not the case. And I had to find out, like,
The hard way.
bruh. Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm also old enough, I'm like mature enough, I can do it. Went out 1 meal a day, and that 1 meal is like one noodle packet.
One noodle packet a day.
Yeah, so when I left,
bro.
I couldn't like really cook bab that much. Like, so besides, didn't like bab at the time. So I was like, what's the point? But now I see the point.
Yeah.
If I had one bab, at least it was going to be different. But I think also that to say, I think that I'm way older than I am. Because if you ask me my age right now, I'll tell you like 3 years older than myself. But
Yeah.
no, let's not get into that. Don't say yeah. But so look, it's okay to be a kid sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, be a kid, enjoy your time, but also look forward to the future.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not saying that like do not go out of your parents' house. No, you can, but like be ready for that. It's not as easy as it looks. Your parents may make it look like it's a walk in the park, because but I think it's not.
Yeah,
Don't-
like don't
Right,
rush
it's
for
not.
it, you know, like
It's not.
It's forever when it starts,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
forever. You're never
Exactly.
going to go
Yo.
back. So,
but and also it's forever when it starts, but now that when you're with your parents, that's not forever. And you start to appreciate them more when you're
Yeah.
not with them. So if you're still with your parents, like you start appreciating them now.
Yeah,
And even if sometimes they're here.
trust me.
Yeah.
Just appreciate them, man.
Just- yeah.
We're talking
It's
from
for your
experience.
good.
We know, like those people. I feel like those people have got superpowers. Anyone who's called a parent automatically
bro.
has a superpower, bruh.
Honestly.
Because how do you buy tomato? Like you are buying grocery and then you manage to buy tomato. How? How? Like guys,
No, but that's the real
parents.
question, eh?
Dude, I never buy to if I'm alone. Why would I don't see the point. But when I'm tasting my food, then I'm like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it's missing. But yeah, no, man. We should respect parents.
Yeah. So I guess we adulting is not what we thought it would be.
yes,
I
The-
can agree to that.
Yeah.
yes.
And let's actually talk about that. Like when you were a kid, like how did you think adulting was going to be, and what are some of the realities that you face now that you're an adult? Some that you guys are adults. Me, I'm still a baby.
Baby with so much beard. Okay, so with me adulting, when I thought of adulting,
Not
bruh,
adultery. Adulting.
I said adulting.
Okay.
This guy, I forget you. Imagine thinking of adultery. So when I was young, right?
Yeah.
For me, adulting was me enjoying my own money. That was it.
But now, do you even have money?
Namga, what can you say?
When I thought about adulting when I was younger, again, I thought about freedom having loads, a big balance, And now that I'm here, I'm thinking, okay, cool. I can't have that mindset anymore. And in as much as you may have money, but now you need to think first as to how you're spending it, because the plan is also not to be broke. No, So yeah, your mindset changes, because now if you're an adult and you have your own money, it's no longer you depending on someone else's money. It's not you depending on someone else's pocket. It's now yours, and you now determine how big you want your account to be or how empty you want it to be.
And now that you mentioned about money, right? I have a confession. So when I was in my parents' house, so I had this rule. Not that it was a rule, it was what was like happening. And I made it a rule just to comfort myself. So what was happening was that I would not enter the next month with previous month's money. Like that thing never happened. And so when I'm like alone, when I need to buy food for myself, I'm like, okay, hey mommy, just send this one because hey, it's try. Bruh, parents, we love you guys.
And another thing about adulting is that you actually think about food now, because you can't feast on snacks throughout.
Yeah, you start understanding why your mother said there's food at home when you pass by McDonald's. You start understanding.
Even the periodic table you learned in grade 6 makes sense now.
What?
Now you understand why you need carbohydrates. You understand why you need your rice, your pap, and all of those things.
All those are in the periodic table.
They make sense
There's rice
now.
in the periodic table.
Carbohydrates in the periodic
ingredients,
table.
bruh.
Wait, is there carbohydrates in the
My
periodic
guy.
table? She's a teacher. Are you not a teacher?
Carbohydrates is in the
Wait,
periodic
is it?
table. Yes, it is at the bottom of the periodic table.
Really? I never knew that. I would look into it, but I never knew that.
Google.
But
Well, also don't teach that.
yeah, we understand. Just because you teach it doesn't mean even teachers out there,
It's not
don't
like
know
you know everything as
I
well.
even challenge my teacher at school, just so you know, just for the fun of it, because I enjoyed it. But yeah,
Yes. So I think I was just thinking about the question, and I think when I was really really young, I wanted to, I had huge dreams. I had and those dreams were about my career. So I associated really adulting with career goals. But then, as I got closer and closer to it, I kind of got just gobbled up by partying. I just got totally sidetracked. And I think and maybe it's another thing about moving out where I didn't know how to say it. I think when you are at the moving out age, maybe early 20s, the things that happened when you were younger start to blossom. The hurts that you haven't dealt with, the broken relationship with a parent, the whatever happened with a grandmother. Some people were abused. We all go through challenges in life, but those ones that happen when you're young start to blossom now when you become an adult. And then that can be one of the root reasons why you want to run away from home. And that can be something that underlies. So for me, I had normal, healthy young person dreams, but then just the culture of being a young person, even when you go to varsity, there's even O week. They expect you to party, to drink, they facilitate it. So when you do it, you feel this is normal. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I think for me, I was just very caught up in that. And I really lost myself completely for a whole chapter because of that. And I think being away from my parents is something that made it worse, because then you kind of lose that mirror and you lose their boundaries. So sorry, I've gone like started with the question and ended
Yeah,
off
no,
somewhere
it's
else.
good.
But
It's good.
You
Yeah.
let loose. It's okay.
So I think also I think as you mentioned earlier on to say your parents should be the one to judge to say, okay, now my child is ready for this. Because hopefully our parents do know us that well. I'm taking a huge leap of faith here. I hope parents do know us that well.
Yeah. Another thing that makes people want to leave their homes, what makes me want to leave, bro, annoying siblings, man. And I know you may look at me as like I am the annoying sibling, and I am the last one. I am
Of course,
annoying,
of
but
course.
you know, sometimes,
You have to leave so that they can have peace.
yeah, I had for their sake, not for my own, for their sake, for their sake of peace, for them, and also so I don't finish my mother's food,
So if you don't finish your mother's food, you want to finish whose food?
my own, or yours, when I come to your place.
He's playing this boy. No, man. So I think it's very important for our parents to like raise us up with that in view to say one day we'll leave the house
Yeah.
and we get trained for that. Because as you're saying, I think you did mention a point to say now you are open to that freedom to say, okay, my parents are not here, so I can get to do what I wanted to do initially. Whereas you could just deal with this thing now while you in my house, takes a parent. Or you could deal with this now in my house. We can teach each other if parting is good. I think that's also why sometimes important for like your mom. I remember mentioning this one day and then I got like people talking.
Where you got to groove with your parents.
Yeah. Okay. So listen. Yeah. No. Look. You guys don't have to go to groove with. Okay. I know with my mom. My mom wouldn't want that, but it's good practice, man. Because that's when. Okay. For example, like myself. Say I want to smoke. I don't imagine myself smoking with my mom, but I'm just saying, like, say I smoke and then I see it's not good. My mom is there. She's like watching, okay, no, my boy is not even into this thing. And then that's over, just there and there. Whereas for me, when I touch that plant and the next thing, my mom is beating me. So in my mind, what will be happening is that, I need to taste this plant thingy.
Okay.
So now when I leave my house, my mother's house, then...
What if when you're with your mother smoking, you start liking it?
I think that's for a parent not to be wise to say, okay, how can you get rid of this thing? Because I'm not encouraging smoking, right? What I'm trying to say, it's not good for a parent to like police you while you're in the house to say, this is my house, you do not do this. Because once you go out of the house, you will start doing it, and then once you do it by yourself, for it to come out of it, but like, it's not difficult.
I was thinking about this because with my own memories and experiences and stuff, I was asking myself to say, what am I actually going to tell my kids, to stop them from doing what I did? And I think that beating your child for doing the wrong thing, it's like, it's a shortcut, because actually I think you're supposed to or what I think would have worked for me, let's say, like giving a more compelling thing to do. There's this that's wrong, fine, but instead of spending all your time shouting about that, why not like focus on purpose and meaning, or something that's going to like ultimately be more interesting to the child than the bad things they want to do.
Teach them something new than for you to be beating them for that one wrong thing that they did.
Sorry,
please,
to
please.
add on what you were also saying, I also think it depends on the parenting style. I work with kids, and I know that in order for you to instill something to instill a lesson within a child, you never raise your voice. You also never beat. So if you want to teach me something, rather tell me the dangers of that thing. So that if I'm comfortable enough to come to you and tell you that actually this is something I want to try out, tell me about it. Tell me the dangers that I could encounter. Sure, I may want to still go ahead even after letting you know and after you telling me of the dangers. But once I've gone in too deep and I'm struggling to come out, at least I know where I'll go.
It would be easy for me to go back to my mom to say,
But I disagree with you.
Okay.
In a joking way.
All right.
I'm just saying, if I'm smoking and I'm getting beaten for it, next time I smoke, I'll just remember the slap my mom gave me. And I'll
Yeah,
be
that's
like,
why I'm saying that if they tell you in love, if they tell you in love, that this is what could happen.
You're right. When you correct someone in love, it's more effective than correcting someone in anger.
Yeah.
Beating. So that's a valid point. But
'Cause-
also, let's not disregard the fact that a punch, when you remember it, say, "Oh, my dad punched me because I was smoking." And so when you
But
look at
now,
the
but
punch,
now
you
my
remember
dad
it.
is not here anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, they won't smoke at
Now
home.
my
They'll
dad is
smoke
not
at
here.
school
In fact,
now.
in fact, now you'll be doing for that particular purpose. Say, what can you do to me now?
Okay, yeah. Valid,
And also, you
valid.
guys are growing.
Yeah.
Soon you all, yeah.
One day also punch
the-
back, but don't punch back.
You know?
No, I'm not saying don't punch back. No, Ooh. That's something else now.
But I think just before the topic passes, like you were talking about love, but then also truth. I think a lot of the reason why it becomes difficult for parents to teach us things is because they aren't willing to be honest about the mistakes they've made, which means that they can't freely tell us the dangers, as you're saying, because then it'll be like, okay, well, how do you know the dangers? You know, then they'll have to say that they did it. And because of not wanting to say that they did it, they can't actually warn us properly. And then we end up doing things that are worse than what they're hiding. And then, you know, you have two people sitting next to each other hiding the same secret.
Yeah.
And
then by the time you find it, like, it's way too late and you're like way deep into it. And I think we might have spoken about these things. Say, like, parents, speak to your kids. Like, have that time where you're just opening up. You're teaching. If it has to be about, say, intimacy, like, let it come from you. Because if not from you, they'll learn it from school.
Exactly.
Now at school, they'll
Or
tell
they
you
will learn
something different.
from wrong sources.
Yeah, that's what I'm... Okay, yeah. Okay. The reason why I say it's good is because, say, for example, school says certain actions are very good for whatever health or what. And as a parent, that's not what you believe in.
Yeah.
So they'll learn these things from friends at school. They'll learn it from wherever. Whereas you, parent, could, like, take the child and say, okay, this is what this means. If this happens in your body, this is what it means. Like, then for you to be now finding yourself in it, and that's not cool, bruh. So it's good to be have like that open communication with your kids. So okay, just to bring back the topic. So the reason why we're now talking about why it's important for our parents to, like, raise us up in a way whereby we can easily come out of our house and we are ready for the world. It's because it's important for the parents to, like, what's the word? Okay, instill. Thank you. hey, right? These things happen. I'm getting old.
You're very young, bro.
So it's very important for our parents to, like, instill those morals while we are young, in an effective way, not just in a way whereby we're only practicing them now that we're in their house. Once we leave, we are just going off.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any add-ons in terms of, like, what could be a way to prepare yourself to become independent? Like, what you could do for you, or
I would start within the house, like the family home. Start mentally picturing yourself being out of it. Look at how dependent you are. If while you're still within that home space, you still need to be pestered on making your bed, you still need to be pushed on having to go to bath, you still need to be encouraged to save up money, then maybe you're not ready for the outside world. And also evaluate, is that the right word? No, it's not. Check your motives for wanting to leave. Yeah. Question yourself also. Why do you want to leave home? Is it really because you're seeking independence because you're wanting to grow? Or is it because you're trying to run away from the responsibilities that you have? Yeah.
Valid.
nice. Okay, I have a question for you guys. What is one thing that you wished you knew before you became an adult? Like, you're only finding this thing out now that you're an adult, when you could have easily been taught when you're young.
I think for me, I think nobody ever really. Well, before I came to church, life in general doesn't emphasize how important it is to have a proper vision and goals that are real, not just like, what am I going to be doing for the next 6 months or even the next 3 years if you can only see as far as your degree, let's say you're studying. But I think, like, because when a vision is strong and it has goals that really mean something to you, those things can pull you out of bad situations.
True.
Those things, like when something negative like creeps into your life, but then you remember your goals and you remember
more
like,
easier for
okay,
it
if
to
I
come
do
out.
this, I'm not going to have that. It's a strong thing that can really like pull you out of things that would otherwise have destroyed you. So for me, I think the thing that I really only learned as an adult is like the importance of a vision and then goals that are attached to it and plans that are underneath that, just the whole structure of like where you see where you're headed. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's quite
Yeah, you spoke about vision,
no.
which is
Yeah.
very.
I think that's cooking. Do you know how to cook?
Mm.
Okay, don't answer that. But that is cooking right
I
there.
do watch the show.
That is proper cooking.
She
Because that's the thing. Say for an example, you like partying, and then now you're too deep into it, and you can see this affects my studies. If you had that vision to say, okay, by this time I should be having 1, 2, 3, it's quite easier for you. Because thing is, okay, let me not go there. No, but it's like when you have a vision, right?
Yeah.
Like you seeing how your life, you want it to be like this way.
Yeah.
And there's no you can have a vision where your life is suffering. That's something is up there. So I think that to say, okay, this life can only get it if I stop this. That's I know you could.
Yeah, that's you really cooked.
You could cook. I'm good.
She
You want
has
to cook?
studied all.
She has said it.
Talk about cooking.
So the question was, what was the question again?
What do you wish you have
Knew.
learned before? Oh yeah,
What do you wish you knew before you were an adult?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that vision is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a very valid thing. But what I wish I knew before,
Yeah.
I'm not
boy,
an
it's cool.
adult,
But
but before living alone, wow, bro, life without your mother is very difficult. Oh yeah, actually, there's a video for that. Can you please actually play the clip that is going to speak about what I'm speaking about now? Life without your mother, hey, bro.
you burn eggs,
But also,
bruh.
I'm a mommy's boy, so I didn't realize that.
How
life
do you
without her
burn
would
eggs?
be-
How? Okay, measuring rice, I understand. That one is a bit tricky.
But how do you burn eggs? Ask me. I'll tell you.
How?
By not. I don't know how to answer you, but you burn it.
This is lack of prepare.
No,
No,
I'm becoming
man.
very aggressive.
Nah,
Oh,
it's not
no.
good. It's not good. You must evaluate yourself. Look at your vision.
Yes.
With this violence, will it take you to your vision? Because now you're creating enemies everywhere.
What if my vision is to be a wrestler?
So, don't say what. Do you have anything to say?
Nothing apart from what she said. Honestly, like, it's very, very important that you learn to have a vision for your life,
Yeah.
and you need to have goals for everything,
Yeah.
and that with whatever you do in life, always have that picture in mind, because you could either be going towards it or away from it.
Yeah. Valid.
And that will also guide you in terms of the people that you bring close to you. Your friends, are they leading you towards that vision or away from it? And it will also just make you a disciplined person, you know? You will end up doing research and learning things just to enhance yourself, equip yourself for the goal that's ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got a few comments that I'm going to go through here. Our first comment's from Nande. This was when we were talking about the definition of freedom. Nande says, I think a lot of times we make that definition subjective. He goes further to say, however, from what we are taught, freedom is being free from your desires. One who is free is one who is free from his desires.
What does that mean?
If you are free, freedom is being free from your desires. So your
Explain that.
desire to leave your mother's house is probably because you desire that independence. You desire to take care of yourself. Your desires control you, basically. So genuine freedom
I get you.
is freedom from your desire.
Okay.
So that's a good answer. Nande, thank you so much, Mr. Sa. I went at you yesterday. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You, yeah. Right.
But no hard
you
feelings,
need
man.
to be bitten. But anyways.
But yeah, that's a very good comment, actually, when you're free from your desires. Because many times we want to leave our parents' house because of our desires. Like, say, oh, I desire to buy a house for myself. I desire to have this, to have a dog.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, stuff like that. And then another comment from Fidela. I wish I knew the importance of saving from young and how it benefits you in your adult life. Very valid.
Yeah,
Very valid.
In fact, let's make this a challenge to say start saving now.
Yeah, start saving. Now,
Like,
before you
Do not be like me who when like the next month comes in there's like
Yeah.
no month from previous. Like, no, let's not do that. Like, let's try if you can start saving from Ruben's age. By the time you get to my age, get it?
Yeah.
By the time you get to my age, imagine how much money you have.
That's real though. Because the
I'm
age
not that
gap
old.
between me and you is like very massive. So imagine as young as I am, saving until I get to his age. Bro, even like 20 rand a month. If you're if you're not
yeah.
working, like that goes a long way.
It does actually.
Yeah.
It does.
Because Rome wasn't built in a day. It was built pieces by you know, you don't build a house. You put brick.
We know what it means, Ruben.
Thank you.
Just like what knifing your leg. What did you say?
Stabbing yourself in the leg. But it's also shooting yourself
No,
in
it
the
was
leg. I was
shooting,
corrected.
actually. Yeah, it
by-
was shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think we should wrap up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In conclusion, I guess moral of the day is don't rush to leave your parents' house, man.
Yeah, no.
Like, take it slow. Pole pole. And also, if you are fighting to leave your parents' house,
It's a sign.
clearly you're not ready.
Like me.
Yeah.
But me, I was fighting. Immediately when I started grade 12, I was fighting. Like, I'm leaving.
But
Immediately when I
also,
was done, yeah.
the reason why you're fighting may be valid. Maybe your parents annoy you. Maybe conditions are not good at home.
But you're not ready, though.
yeah,
That's
you're
the
not
thing.
ready.
You're
That's
not
the
ready.
thing. Just
We're
endure.
fighting that thing to say, prepare yourself to go out there. Do not just go out without a plan.
Exactly.
Saying God will take care of me. Yeah, He will. But, bruh, come on.
Yeah. So long you make a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Where there
know,
is
you know where
vision,
you're going.
there is provision.
That is very true.
Yeah.
That is very true. You cooked. And also cooked him, you see.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any last words?
Before. Wait. Do you have any last words before?
Your foot.
No, any last words?
Oh, Ruben, dude, your
yeah,
jokes.
I know. I'm very
It's
childish.
like
I'm not
last
ready
words
to
because
do
they're
that
about
myself.
to be. But
Yeah, any last words?
No thanks, nothing from my side.
really, like anything that you learned from today.
You didn't learn. You came to teacher.
No, I learned a lot.
Just mention one thing.
That I need to have a vision.
Tanko.
That I also need to learn how to save.
That's two
Thanks, Fidela.
things. Good.
I would say, I mean, moving out is a wonderful thing when you are ready. So rather focus on being ready than focus on leaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she
Thank
can
you.
cook.
Yeah, you cooked. Yeah, you see, so moral, don't rush.
Nah.
Take it slow, man. Like, don't, like, you're probably 18 thinking of leaving your mother's house. Bro,
True
come on,
way.
relax. Maybe if you're going to rest, then it's cool.
Hey,
but
but
even at
rest, you're
rest,
going to eat
struggle.
noodles, bruh.
You eat noodle, one packet a day.
Bruh.
Bro,
For the rest of the week, in fact, one.
exactly.
Hey.
It's not easy, man.
Yeah, no, man. Let's not do
like,
that.
Don't rush. Like,
Yeah.
even if things are tough at home, just endure. Make sure you're ready before you leave. And I'm not ready to leave the talk show today. I want to stay.
You must prepare for you know every time this is where we are going to. So you must prepare. See, again, this is preparation. This is why preparation is very important.
Yeah.
But guys, we love having you, and please do not forget our hoodies. They it just enjoys touching me. They are very nice. We Look, you can pre-order them at
www.estore.itvn.co.za, or
He likes it.
alternatively you could get it at Holy Land, because actually this Sunday,
In fact,
no, Monday, when are you getting your hoodie?
I already got it.
You already
I
brilliant.
got it. Yeah,
Brilliant.
actually, I have a black one now. I see. I need a white one as
Yes,
well.
exactly.
Yeah.
Why you talk like you guys?
no, but yeah, so you can come to Holy
Wait.
Land on Sunday.
No, Mtebo. When are you getting your hoodie?
Once a lot of people have bought it.
Bro, why don't you leave
They're
the
running
pack?
out, but
What's wrong with
anyways,
you? Stock
okay.
is limited. When are you getting your hoodie? This is a serious question.
Soon.
When is soon?
Soon.
I'll come to you on Sunday.
On Sunday,
I will come to you personally. Yes, you. You're watching this. Yes, on Sunday I'm coming to you and I'll give you
look,
the
if you're
hoodie.
scared of him, you can come to me. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Do
But-
not like such things.
Yeah. We'll give it to you, but you also give the money.
Yeah.
So on Sunday we'll be selling these hoodies at Holy Land. So buy on Sunday. Alternatively, you can always pre-order, and then have it delivered to your place. And yeah, until I guess that's the end of today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, social media. Make sure you
social
follow
media. Yeah?
No. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until we see each other again next week, same place, same time. But see you on Sunday. Shalom. I'm not your boy. I'm not your boy.